Yes, I was a bit fussy eater in my teenage, but now I can eat anything except onions. I hate onions. Good going, kid. Keep going.
Some really interesting choices there from Shubman Gill, and when he was a teenager, he was just as good. He's taken it to a different level altogether, but one man on the opposite side could help outthink KKR. Shane Warne is out of quarantine, your good mate Brian, and he is in that dressing room now. How much of an impact does he have on the players, do you think?
Well, first of all, I didn't think he needed to be out of quarantine to actually. He would be on the phone before the game, after the game, letting them know what he thinks. Shane Warne is, of course, a great leader of Rajasthan Royals, winning their first title the first year of the IPL. I think he's going to share his knowledge. And he's going to get things going, and I've spoken to him over the last 48 hours. He's impressed with Sanju Samson, of course, and he believes that he has a great future. He believes that Rajasthan Royals is going to go all the way, and he's going to play a big part if that's going to happen.
Well, they're the only side that haven't lost a game so far in the Dream 11 IPL. On the flip side for KKR, Scotty, they kept that experiment of Sunil Narine at the top. Do you still like that?
Well, there's not a lot of rope left, I wouldn't have thought. I'm not a big believer anymore, solely because I think all the teams now know how to bowl to Sunil Narine, which is short, of course. Now, if you look at the bowlers that RR have, what is Jofra Archer good at? Short bowling. Even Ankit Rajput has got a good short ball, and maybe I'd hold back Unatkat because I think that would play into Narayan's hands. So, no, is a short answer. I think they've got one too many bowlers. I'd like to see Tripathi in there instead. But Narayan's there for today, so we've got to get on with that. It's his final chance.
Well, Rajasthan Royals 2 from 2. Can they continue their winning touch? It is going to be KKR batting first, and will Sunil Narine be up the top of the order? It's going to be a huge, huge call, and KKR will be looking to continue their winning ways as well. What an encounter we've got coming for you from Dubai.
क्रिकेट का खेल वैसे तो जाना जाता है अपनी स्किल्स और टेक्निक के लिए, लेकिन एक और चीज है जो इसे स्पेशल बनाती है, वो है स्टैमिना। इसलिए हम आपके लिए लाए हैं बूस्ट स्टैमिना मीटर, ब्रॉट टू यू बाय बूस्ट, जो देता है 3 times स्टैमिना। तो आइए देखें आज के मैच में कौन से खिलाड़ी इसे टॉप कर सकते हैं। लेट्स सी।
राजस्थान रॉयल्स के स्मैशिंग विकेटकीपर बल्लेबाज संजू सैमसन ने एक बार फिर बूस्ट स्टैमिना मीटर में हल्ला बोल दिया है 99 पॉइंट्स के साथ, जो पिछले मैच में उनका स्टैमिना स्कोर था। संजू ने मैच में 42 गेंदों का सामना किया, जो रॉयल्स की तरफ से सबसे ज्यादा था। उन्होंने अब तक टूर्नामेंट में 16 शानदार छक्के भी जड़े हैं। राजस्थान रॉयल्स के कप्तान स्टीव स्मिथ ने पिछले मैच में 79 पॉइंट्स के साथ बूस्ट स्टैमिना मीटर में अपनी जगह बनाई है। उन्होंने किंग्स 11 पंजाब के खिलाफ शानदार हाफ सेंचुरी लगाई और एक बड़े चेज में टीम का हौसला बढ़ाया। स्मिथ की मौजूदगी में उनकी टीम ने सिर्फ 9 ओवर में 95 रन जोड़े। कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स की तरफ से बूस्ट स्टैमिना मीटर में एंट्री कर रहे हैं यंग और डैशिंग बल्लेबाज शुभमन गिल। जिनका पिछले मैच में स्टैमिना स्कोर था 92 पॉइंट्स। गिल ने एसआरएच के खिलाफ सबसे ज्यादा 62 गेंदों का सामना किया और अंत तक नॉट आउट रहे। उन्होंने 70 रन्स की अपनी पारी में 54% से ज्यादा रन्स विकेट्स के बीच दौड़ लगाकर हासिल किए। बूस्ट स्टैमिना मीटर में केकेआर के दूसरे खिलाड़ी हैं पैट कमिंस, जिनका पिछले मैच में स्टैमिना स्कोर था 78 पॉइंट्स। कमिंस ने 4 ओवर्स के अपने स्पेल में 140 किलोमीटर प्रति घंटे से भी ज्यादा की औसत रफ्तार से बॉलिंग की और पावर प्लेज में उनके 3 ओवर में 10 डॉट बॉल शामिल थे। राज करेगा। रॉयल्स या नाइट।
ब्रूनो जर्म्स फैलाए और मरीनो बैक्टीरिया से बचाए। मरीनो लैमिनेट्स, ब्यूटिफुली स्ट्रॉन्ग।
For the meeting between a mountain lover and the sea.
Night after night, the Dream 11 IPL is providing edge-of-your-seat drama. And it was a wild affair in Sharjah 3 nights ago. Sanju Samson set up a right royal run chase against Kings 11 Punjab. Before Rahul Tewatia went from potential villain to hero as Rajasthan pulled off an epic heist.
He's cracked it out of ground again. He's got another one. 30 off the over. Javadia.
Unbelievable scenes here in Sharjah. This ground is producing some cricket.
Next up for the unbeaten men in pink are the Kolkata Knight Riders, fresh off a rather routine victory over Sunrisers Hyderabad when their record purchase was right on the money. And local youth and international experience helped ace a tricky run chase. Tonight, it's a first trip to Dubai for both teams. Another super over? Anyone? Well, welcome wherever you may be. No matter which of the 3 cities we've been at here in the UAE, the action has been gripping. Twists and turns as we've had thriller after thriller. Here we go again. Settle in. We're in Dubai. It's Rajasthan Royals taking on the Kolkata Knight Riders, and we're coming to you live. Forward to this contest. Neck and neck they are as far as the head-to-head goes. 20 matches played and they split them down the middle. Where do they stand then as far as the points table is concerned? Early days, yes, but you still want to be towards the top, and that's where Rajasthan Royals find themselves, having played 2 games and won both. Kolkata Knight Riders 1 out of 2, and today hoping that they can creep up. The best pitch of all the 3 venues. Have a look at the 6s that have been hit in the tournament. That bottom one, every 8 balls there's a 6 in Sharjah. That is ridiculous. And every 20 balls here in Dubai. So you still, despite the large boundary, as you look to your right, look at that 68 meters, because we're to one side, expect many to go over there if the bowlers don't get their lengths right. The coin went up. Steve Smith called, and called correctly. He decided that his Rajasthan Royals would bowl first. Well, I've got a couple of opening batsmen alongside who are ready at each end. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Tommy, lads. Good evening, everybody. And there's your Kolkata Knight Riders 11, Shubman Gill, one of my favorite batsmen. And what about Narayan? With a name like Sunil, he has to be my favorite as well. There's Nitish Rana, Dinesh Karthik, Owen Morgan, Andre Russell. That's a powerful batting lineup. And followed by Pat Cummins, who not only can bowl quick but hit the ball a long distance. Shubman Mavi, Kuldeep Yadav, Nagar Katti, and Chakravarti. That's going to be their bowling attack. It looks like a very balanced team, this KKR.
Well done, Sonny. You got through the first over beautifully. Now it's my turn. I'll take leg. Thank you. Steve Smith is captain. A brilliant captain. He's got a good winning ratio. Butler, he only came in last game. He is one of the sweetest hitters of the ball. Sampson in great form. And that middle order, Tavadia, well, he'll never forget that innings from a few days ago. Absolutely brilliant. They're strong with bat in hand. Let's not forget the dynamic out here is that spinners do particularly well, but they'll need a lot from the likes of Archer. He looked a bit flat in his last outing in Sharjah, but there is definitely some potency there. But as I say, spin has done a really good job here in Dubai.
Two good-looking sides, and I tell you what, you keep saying this is a good side, that's a good side. That's the beauty of it all. Yeah, we want situations where teams are well matched up. Here's Steve Smith, who's captain of the Rajasthan Royals. Yep. Some range hitting practice, just going through the motions there. This man can hit it a long way.
He can hit it a long way, and he's been in prime form in this tournament. Both the matches, he's smashed 6s just for fun. This man, Pat Cummins, he is tricked the Rajasthan Royals.
In Narayan, well, he's got a job to do with bat and ball. He's obviously very deceptive with ball, but I would like to get some consistency with that blade of his. Bit inconsistent at times.
Yeah, good matchup. Top matchup. Rajasthan Royals have their mentor back. He's out of isolation, and no doubt he'll be well chuffed to be here at the ground.
He's down there, I can see him. The big fella. Guess what number's on the back of his shirt? Number 1.
Oh, right.
I would have thought 23. He was always 23. But no, he's in town. He's actually just been messaging me saying, gee, it's good to get out of that hotel room. But he also thinks, he said, it's going to be a cracker tonight.
Well, you wouldn't be too far wrong if you're picking which it might be, what might happen. No surprises in picking a thriller, because just about every night there's a thrilling game here in Dream 11 IPL. Steve Smith leads his troops out. Can they make it 3 out of 3? That's the question. They've changed venues. They must rethink how they go about things and adjust to different conditions. But I dare say they will like these conditions as well.
Yeah, look, Tommy, they will. I still don't get the winning the toss and fielding first, because we don't really talk of a strong dew factor here. But what we're talking about is the fact that the side who bats first has been winning here. Now, some grounds have a genuine trend, and that is the genuine trend. So I'm really shocked that he has decided to chase.
Yeah, a decision you might look at and say is peculiar. However, should he come out on the other side and have broken the trend, he'll be quite happy. He might have also analysed a couple of games and gone, well, the two that were the super over, they probably should have been won by the teams that were chasing because they got so close. In fact, they got to the brink and then just couldn't get over the line. Here's a young man, Sonny, who is so wonderful to watch, isn't he? So elegant in his style.
So correct. It's wonderful temperament as well. And that is a rare combination in cricket, to have good technique, good temperament. This young man has got it all. On the other hand, Sunil Narayan will play in an unorthodox manner. Look at that strike rate. If you pitch it up to him, he just swings his bat. And whether it goes off the middle or it goes off the edge, he gets runs for his team.
And don't expect Archer to pitch it up. He'll go upstairs. I'm pretty sure he will.
Well, Pommy, we were questioning, why didn't Archer take the new ball the other night in Sharjah? Is this the Warne factor? Because I know he wanted it too, and he might have got his way here from box 23 down there.
Big daylight, big daylight. And you can actually, the 150, you can actually feel the jarring, in your grip. The bat handle jars just a little bit. There's your team today for the KKR. Gill and Narayan to open the batting. Nitish Rana, the left hand, at 3.
Up in the air and in a gap. It's backward as square. Kolkata Knight Riders will begin their account. Yeah, beautiful. It just is. And it was the other night we were sitting, I think we were together, Slats, and I was saying, if he has to run up and bowl one ball, Jofra Archer, what's it going to be? And it will be a length delivery at pace. And that's what he's done here. Just run up, hit length, and it's all really quick. 147, 150. Just to get them started, set the tone. Their side, well, like Kolkata Knight Riders, unchanged. Winning formulas, both.
And Archer, the fact that he's up to speed straight away, 2 deliveries, 150. When he decides to bowl a slower ball a little bit later, it'll have more effect. But right now with a hard ball, bowl fast.
Oh yes, oh yes. Jumping.
Good line, good length, about 149 kilometers per hour. You can see that Sunil Narayan's not really bothered about trying to get in line. Narayan not getting in line.
No, not at all. Jumping. He's jumping. He feels the pace. He was able to see it from the non-strikers. He's got to try and negotiate this ball. I doubt it's going to be full.
Second slip going in. Steve Smith doesn't want one to go off the edge and just go into a vacant space. Beautiful. What an over. Fast over from Archer. One without loss.
रजत बॉलिंग कर।
अरे अभी 3 बॉल बाकी है।
बुम बुम, यहाँ फास्ट नहीं चलता है। तेरा मिनी ओवर, चल कोने कट ले।
ड्रीम 11
पुराने जैसा आश्रम ना ये
बाबा निराला काशीपुर वाला ये कुछ ज्यादा ही तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है।
मैं उपदेश नहीं संदेश देता हूँ शांति का।
He is not a god man. He is con man.
एक बार जो आश्रम आ गया ना तो यू टर्न तो ना है कोई।
On line, on length, pace right up. Here's Ankit Rajput. Little bit of shape away from the right hand at the start. And what you get when you've got Archer at one end bowling rockets is that at the other end, here's
Rajput at 130, and there'll be many thinking, right, I fancy this, I'm going at this, and it will give him a chance because they'll play shots at him.
Yes, because he'll get the ball to move a little bit more than Archer will, like we saw with this particular delivery, that first delivery that moved away, and there's a possibility that it might be edge to slip. Look at the still head.
Oh yes, oh beautiful, what a shot that is.
What a shot. I can watch this over and over and over again because the stillness of the head, the balance, the stillness, the balance, and then just leaning in. Not because he was always intending to hit the ball up in the air. He's not bending down to play it along the ground, just standing up a little straight. Wow, that is a magnificent shot.
Unacademy cracking 6 straight up. First ball of the second over. And they're just checking. Yep, there it is, over the rope, and beautifully played. Gee, he's talented. There is so much talent on offer. It's phenomenal.
And just think, he's, rubbing shoulders with Steve Smith, Josh Butler, Ben Stokes when he's available. He can only learn from that. And when I mean he's rubbing shoulders with them, even when they are opponents, you talk with your opponents, pick up some points from them. You don't have to be from the same team.
Well, we made that point prior to the game, Sonny. We turned around and I said, have a look at the teams mixing before they got in their warm-ups proper. There were mixed colours all around the ground, talking, and then they got into warm-up. But there's another look at that head down and hitting through the line. Brilliant.
Nicely nudged once again. The length not quite there from the goal over the top, so just work the ball. Shamsuddin. And I've been practicing. Umpire Nanta Padmanabhan.
Well done. KN. No, KNA, is it?
Well, he captained Kerala for a long time. Fine leg spinner. Siva would know more about him. Ananta Padmanabhan. Very, very fine player. Good record, first-class cricket.
Tommy said it nothing like you just said it. You just said it nothing like Sonny.
Something's wrong with your ears. Ananta Padmanabhan. Yeah, good bowling this from Ankit Rajput. And what he's not giving him is anything full, but he's hitting back of a length which isn't quite short enough to pull away. 10 without loss.
क्या ढूंढ रहे हो?
हाँ? वो प्याज।
प्याज या प्याज?
घर पे किंगफिशर। वाह, क्या प्लान है?
My name is Virat Kohli, and I write my success story myself.
Philips Signature Series Trimmer, limited Virat Kohli edition for the self-made.
For Jaidev Unnatkut. One-over spells are pretty common for captains in 2020 cricket. Shouts of catch it. Didn't carry though to mid-on. It's a good save that by Robin Uthappa.
Yeah, it was brilliant. He got a good hand on it. Wasn't quite timed by Gill. And Ryan's on strike, so he just doesn't come off, but he moves nicely. Good effort.
Yes, he saved 3 runs for his team for sure. That's the kind of effort you want, certainly at the start of the innings.
I think Narayan will be a little bit more relieved. I reckon if he was on strike, you would have bowled Archer another over.
Tone's been set up front, and the rest are following. Good lengths being hit. Yeah, good bowling. Look at this. Just have a look on the right-hand side. It's red hot, all right. Look at that for starting up. First ball, 147, and then he's changed up, 150. He's played that pretty well, Shubman Gill. Reacted sufficiently well and got the ball away.
Yeah, well, he showed his age, didn't he, and his reflexes, because when you face first ball 147, that's easily capable of getting through your defences if you're a little bit slow, not focused. But he did. He got through it nicely. You saw the first ball to Narayan, how he jumped and played and missed. So, yeah, I feel if Narayan was on strike at the start of this over, maybe you would have gone with Archer and used up a second over. I understand why you just bowled one and hold him back. But at the same time, you need to strike, don't you? It's hard captaincy, whether to bowl two straight up.
Yes, I think you're always thinking your main bowler. Should I keep him for the slog overs?
Yeah, well, they might be looking at the way Rabada's used, because Rabada, he's always got two in that last phase. There was one game we did, he had three, and he gets most of his wickets in that last 5 over blast, if you like. So maybe Archer, and that's the way they'll try and use him. Keep at least 2 for that final 4 overs.
Slower ball hit straight up into the air. Oh dear me. Oh no.
He's a good fielder. He is a very good fielder. But again, let me make the point. Indians are not used to catching with their fingers pointing skywards. We saw Pawan Negi take some terrific skiers with the old-fashioned way, hitting the bottom of the bat, pointing skywards. Nope. If you're not used to doing it since your school days, you're going to struggle.
Should have been one. 14 without loss.
Oh mama, pretty mama, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh mama.
सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग में और ज्यादा डिस्टेंसिंग क्यों?
टिकट
स्मेल रेडी विद एक्स टिकट अब सिर्फ 35 रुपीस में.
The batsman's looking confident here. Oh, that's clearly swung the match.
Great discounts on match days. Swiggy Match Day Mania.
He's put one down that just had to be taken. Had to be taken.
See? I'll be wide. We're in the cred power play, and it can be rewarding for both sides. There should have been some reward for Rajasthan Royals right there from good bowling. It's also time for fans to get rewarded. Cred fan just gone, but rewarded in yesterday's match. You too can be featured by using the Cred app during the power play. That's banged away in the gap and gone for 4.
Well, it'll get a few away. He's just been put down. There's no way that should have gone down. When they warm up, they catch about 30 of them each before they get out there in the heat of the battle. But Narayan just stands and swings, and occasionally he'll get a few away. Takes a lot of risk in every innings, and that's why he's very inconsistent with the bat.
Well, that's his job. Just throw your bat around, and he's doing that. He hasn't quite connected with many, you can see that. Even now, he's missed it, but at least it's not a dot ball. It's a leg by.
Tupper was under this, didn't quite get hold of it, went straight up, obviously. I don't think it went that high. He had enough time to settle. The lights haven't fully taken over. It's not dark. He just snatched at it in the end. It didn't come down nicely into the hands, and he had the fingers pointing up towards the sky.
Shot. He's muscled that away. 4 runs.
Marginally short, but he picked that length up so early. He picked it so early, got into position. You can see that. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot from Shubman Gill.
He looks settled already, Sonny, doesn't he? He's just got a lot of time, each technique. And you'll hear me talk about technique all the time, because they're the players who are consistent in this form of the game or any form of the game.
That was put out there after that shot, and so he'll keep it to 1. Yeah, top opener he is, and I remember him down the order for Kolkata Knight Riders and not really getting a go and being asked to finish off innings, and it would take away the shape in his shots. He'd start to slog it and couldn't hit it anywhere. Plays proper cricket shots and gets that opportunity at the top of the order. Who should open with Shubman Gill for KKR? Here's a question for you, IPLT20.com. Banton, what a talent he is. Dinesh Karthik, the skipper. Sunil Narayan, who's out there, and Tripathi. You'll remember Rahul Tripathi. I think he was setting things alight for Rajasthan sometime. What do you think? Let us know.
Tell you one thing, Pommy, if he'd made contact with every time he swung at one, he'd be 30 by now at least. He doesn't hang back. Every ball. They're appealing. He just swings every ball. Into the 4th, 25 for no loss.
बोर्डम होगा चकनाचूर, टेंशन का उड़ेगा फ्यूज, अब सीन पलटेगा, क्योंकि बिग बॉस देगा 2020 को जवाब.
MPL presents Big Boss, powered by Dabur Dantroxid Ayurvedic Paste and Tresemme Beauty Partner Lotus White Glow. Grand premiere Shanivar 3 October.
My name is Virat Kohli, and I write my success story myself.
Philips Signature Series Trimmer, limited Virat Kohli edition for the self-made.
Partly due to the quality of bowling, partly due to the fact he's just not in great form at the moment, by the looks of it. Another cut to continue. Very good evening to Mark Nicholas and Laxman Sivaramakrishnan. Hi, Dooley. We're back confirmed on that wipe across the line from Sunil Narayan, who is playing this pinch hitter role, and it's not necessarily the way to go on these good pitches. The more I see of the IPL here in the UAE, you want your really good batsmen in early. You have as many balls as possible. You waste balls when you're, in a situation like this that really demands a straight bat, clean hitting. Narayan now now 5 from 11. It really is food for thought for all the sides, I think. You're unlikely to be bowled out. You might get out, but you're unlikely to lose all 10 wickets in 20 overs on pitches as good as this. So even your best players at the top of the order can play pretty freely.
Like that. He's got plenty of it. Finally found the middle of the bat. Picks up a boundary.
You should never speak too soon in this job. But you hear my point.
Slow delivery. Picked up very, very early. He's comfortable with these. Sunil Narine, an academy. Out of the park, 6. And these are big boundaries. Needs to get going. Bat deep. Knight Riders.
Gives himself room, gets it through. Back-to-back boundaries, a 6 and a 4 for Sunil Narine.
Well, I was just thinking what a good idea it was to open with Sunil Narine tonight.
Mark. Well, the line was going to be predictable. After being smashed on the leg side, he's created a lot of width. The bowler's done nothing wrong here, probably the length on the shorter side. But he's created the room and found the gap. Timing and placement superb.
Bowled him, slow ball this time, swing and a miss. The nut cut strikes. And Rajasthan Royals have their first.
Come on, Mark.
Well, a very relieved Nutcut, I think, with that. Got it fuller and straighter. And it works. And I have a feeling, yes, he takes that to what he does. You see, he just runs his fingers down that left side of the ball, gets the seam rotating, and bingo. Narine threw the shot too early. First wicket of IPL T20, or 2020 T20, for Nutcut. Well done him. And a brief sojourn from Sunil Narine comes from the close. It's 36 for 1.
क्या कर रहा है?
ओपनिंग करने जा रहा हूँ।
हैं?
ओपनर हूँ ना।
ये बैट किसका है?
बैट तो तेरा है यार।
तो जिसका बैट उसकी बैटिंग। चल जगह पैंटम मत बन, चल फील्डिंग कर।
Dream 11.
Make no mistake about it, this is a pressure cooker situation. But incredible wrist work by Sehwag there. A lesson for all youngsters watching. Vim Jal, what a player.
Sunil Narine, he dismissed, and Nutcut picking up his first wicket. The skin, as you heard from Mark Nicholas, and Nitish Rana to the crease. Talented left-hander strike. Disguised slower ball from the Nutcut. Still a slip in place, last ball of the over. Successful over for Nutcut. It is 36 for 1 after 5.
ये मैं कर लेता हूँ, तब तक आप ड्रीम 11 पे टीम बना लो।
Dream 11, make your team now.
अरे माही, अब रिटायर हो गया, तब जाके टाइम मिला हमारे साथ खेलने का।
मेरे रिटायरमेंट की बहुत फिक्र है तुम लोगों को।
हर किसी को अपने रिटायरमेंट की फिक्र होती है, मुझे शायद नहीं होगी।
मैंने फिक्र नहीं, तैयारी की है म्यूचुअल फंड्स के साथ।
क्रिकेटर्स को पैसे दे दो तो वो कुछ भी कह देते हैं।
पैसे दिए इसलिए नहीं, मैंने अपने पैसे बरसों से म्यूचुअल फंड्स पे इन्वेस्ट किए, इसलिए कह रहा हूँ। रिटायरमेंट प्लानिंग के लिए म्यूचुअल फंड सही है।
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
So no mug with the bat. And some quality innings at all levels of the game, actually. He's very accomplished at test match level as a lower order batsman. He's got genuine power. Tom Curran into the attack.
Tom's had a rough time of it. Economy rate of just under 12. bowled at some difficult times, and it's been a pounding. It doesn't start well here. Very few of the bowlers in these high-scoring matches have got away with it. Some a spinner. Seems a brilliant performance from Washington Sundar the other night. But really, the seamers who have had to bowl late on, the ball just coming nicely onto the bat with his even.
पहले विकेट ने यहाँ पर दबाव बनाया है कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स के ऊपर, एंड लगातार जिस तरीके से यहाँ पर डॉट गेंद इस वक्त यहाँ पर कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स के ऊपर दबाव बना रहे हो, तो ये कहीं ना कहीं इनको आगे चलकर बहुत बड़ा यहाँ पर महंगा साबित हो सकता है। एंड खैर देखना इसमें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है कि इस ओवर के बचे हुए 2 गेंदों में क्या देखने को मिलता है। ओके मेरे भाई, फ्री IPL, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द 100 रुपीज सुपर चैट, थैंक यू सो मच। शॉर्ट आउट टू यार, यहाँ पर इस ओवर की 5वीं गेंद पे बढ़िया टाइमिंग, बढ़िया बल्लेबाजी का प्रदर्शन यहाँ पर देखने को मिला है। अच्छा टाइमिंग, बहुत ही शानदार, ब्रिलियंट स्ट्रोक यहाँ पर, पहला चौका लगता हुआ यहाँ पर नितेश राणा के बल्ले से। एंड जिस अंदाज में मैंने आप सबको पहले बताया कि यहाँ पर चौका लग सकती है या फिर कुछ बढ़िया बाउंड्रीज देखने को मिलेंगे पावर प्ले के आखिरी 3 गेंदों में, वो यहाँ पर हमें देखने को मिल चुका है। एंड यहाँ पर जिस अंदाज में यहाँ पर स्टीवन स्मिथ ने थोड़ा पोजीशंस में बदलाव किए थे, वो यहाँ पर लेकिन काम नहीं आया, लेकिन टॉम करन के यहाँ पर गेंदों से पहला चौका एंड जबरदस्त। और यहाँ पर देखना बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है कि नितेश राणा इस ओवर की आखिरी गेंदों का किस तरीके से सामना करते हैं। पावर प्ले का ये आखिरी गेंद है और यहाँ पर इस ओवर की आखिरी गेंद इस बार कट लगा था, लेकिन सीधा जॉस बटलर के दस्ताने में, हालांकि रनों की यहाँ पर कोई गुंजाइश नहीं। छठे ओवर के समाप्ति 42 रन 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर। जैसे कि दोस्तों मैच शुरू होने से पहले मैं आप सबको बताया था कहीं ना कहीं आज इस मुकाबले में पावर प्ले में 40 के आसपास बनेगा। तो ये देखिए यहाँ पर 42 रन बन चुके हैं यहाँ पर कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स की ओर से। देखना बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है कि आगे के बचे हुए यहाँ पर हमें 14 ओवर में क्या देखने को मिलता है। मुकाबला बहुत ही काटे का। एंड गाइज आज हमारा लाइक टारगेट है 40,000 लाइक्स। गाइज होप आप सभी लोग पूरा कर देंगे। एंड थैंक यू सो मच एंड गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। स्वागत आप सभी का हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल पे। यार चैनल को सब्सक्राइब अभी कभी कर ले, क्योंकि इसी तरह के रोमांचक ऑडियो कमेंट्री हमारे चैनल पे आपको लगातार सुनने मिल रहा है और आगे मिलता भी रहेगा। तो फटाफट दोस्तों सब्सक्राइब कर लें। एंड यार शर्म किस बात की, भाई का चैनल यार, ठोक दो सब्सक्राइब बटन को एक साथ। एंड जिस अंदाज में यहाँ पर शुभम गिल इस वक्त 16 गेंदों का सामना किए हैं, 19 रन यहाँ पर बनाए हालांकि अब तक, और एक छक्के और एक चौके यहाँ पर लगा चुके हैं। अब देखना बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है कि यहाँ पर पावर प्ले के बाद पहला ओवर यहाँ पर कौन फेंकने के लिए आता है राजस्थान रॉयल्स की ओर से, एंड किस तरीके से यहाँ पर रणनीति रहती है। खासतौर पर यहाँ पर बात करें इस समय राजस्थान रॉयल्स के यहाँ पर कप्तान स्टीवन स्मिथ के बारे में, तो देखते हैं क्या होता है। ओके एवरीवन गाइस, फटाफट दोस्तों आप सभी लोग कमेंट करके बताइए कि आप इस मुकाबले को कहां से सुन रहे हो। एवरीवन कमेंट करके बताइए दोस्तों। और मैं आप सबसे मैं यहाँ पर आप सबके सामने मुंबई से मौजूद हूँ। और यहाँ पर इस ओवर की पहली गेंद यानी कि यहाँ पर श्रेयस गोपाल को गेंदबाजी करने के लिए बुलाया गया, लेकिन इनका पहला ओवर है और इस बार बहुत ही अच्छी गेंदबाजी का प्रदर्शन। हालांकि यहाँ पर केवल 1 रन मिलेंगे। और अगर पावर प्ले की बात करें तो कुछ बड़े स्ट्रोक यहाँ पर देखने को जरूर मिले, लेकिन एक विकेट यहाँ पर जरूर गिरा था यहाँ पर 69 गेंदों में सुनील नारायण का जिस तरीके से यहाँ पर विकेट गिरा था। 14 गेंदों में 15 रन बनाकर पवेलियन लौटे सुनील नारायण। यहाँ पर प्रदर्शन बढ़िया नहीं था। खैर देखते हैं आगे क्या रोमांच देखने को मिलता है। और यहाँ पर इस ओवर की दूसरी गेंद, इस बार गेंद को फाइनली की तरफ पहुंचाया, रखी क्षेत्र रक्षक वहां पर मौजूद है। देखते हैं क्या 4 रन के लिए। जी नहीं वहां पर टॉम करन ने जिस अंदाज से तेजी से दौड़कर गेंद को बचाने में कामयाब रहे, केवल 1 रन यहाँ पर मिलेंगे। हाँ नहीं भैया, 2 रन यहाँ पर चुरा लिए, 2 रन, क्योंकि जिस अंदाज में यहाँ पर गेंद को पकड़ने में नाकामयाब रहे श्रेयस गोपाल ने, तो ये यहाँ पर इनको काफी महंगा साबित हुआ। 2 रन यहाँ पर मिल चुका है। यहाँ पर श्रेयस गोपाल अब तक 2 गेंद फेंक चुके हैं एंड 2 ऑफकोर्स यहाँ पर 3 रन दे चुके हैं। देखते हैं आगे क्या देखने को मिलता है। इस ओवर के यहाँ पर तीसरी गेंद, इस बार अनोखी कोई गुंजाइश नहीं, गेंद सीधे यहाँ पर जॉस बटलर के दस्ताने में। बहुत ही बढ़िया गेंदबाजी का प्रदर्शन हमें यहाँ पर देखने को मिल रहा है, बहुत ही बढ़िया। और देखना इसमें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है कि एक गेंदबाज का यहाँ पर कॉन्फिडेंस कितना है, क्योंकि जिस अंदाज में लगातार यहाँ पर इस समय गेंदबाजी का प्रदर्शन काफी स्पीड में यहाँ पर कर रहे हैं। खैर देखते हैं। यहाँ पर इस ओवर की चौथी गेंद फेंकने के लिए तैयार है। इस बार थर्ड मैन बाउंड्री की तरफ गेंद को पहुंचाया है। अरे रे वहां पर क्षेत्र रक्षक मौजूद है, केवल 1 रन मिलेंगे। लेकिन जिस तरीके से यहाँ पर राहुल तेवतिया मौजूद है, जबरदस्त तरीके से। और यहाँ पर देखना बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है कि इस ओवर के बचे हुए यहाँ पर आखिरी 2 गेंदों में क्या देखने को मिलता है। और यहाँ पर अगर बात करूं खासतौर पे, और यहाँ पर इस ओवर की 5वीं गेंद, इस बार यहाँ पर डीप मिड विकेट की तरफ गेंद को पहुंचाया, हालांकि वहां पर क्षेत्र रक्षक मौजूद है, केवल 1 रन मिलेंगे। एंड जिस तरीके से आज के इस मुकाबले में पावर प्ले के यहाँ पर शुरुआती के ओवर में यहाँ पर जिस तरीके से विकेट गिरा था, ये इस समय काफी ज्यादा दबाव बना चुका है इस समय कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स के ऊपर। हालांकि देखना इसमें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है कि इस ओवर के यानी कि ये 7वां ओवर की आखिरी गेंद में हमें क्या रोमांच देखने को मिलता है। और यहाँ पर इस बार डीप मिड विकेट तरफ गेंद को पहुंचाया है, एक टप्पा चौका, जबरदस्त चौका यहाँ पर निकला है शुभम गिल का बल्ले से। और इसी चौके के साथ यहाँ पर इन्होंने ओवर की समाप्ति की है। हालांकि बहुत ही महंगा ओवर साबित हुआ इस समय, क्योंकि इस ओवर में 10 रन यहाँ पर मिले हैं। एंड यहाँ पर 7वें ओवर की समाप्ति 42 रन 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर। इस समय अगर शुभम गिल के बारे में बात करूं तो अब तक इन्होंने 19 गेंदों का सामना किया, 2 चौके 1 छक्के लगाए हैं एंड 26 के व्यक्तिगत स्कोर पर इसमें खेल रहे हैं। हालांकि नितेश राणा के बारे में बात करूं तो ये थोड़ा सा ठीक है, 9 गेंदों का सामना किए हैं, 7 रन बनाए हैं और 1 चौका लगाए हैं। अब देखना इसमें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है कि भैया आगे क्या रोमांच देखने को मिलता है, क्योंकि इस समय यहाँ पर 13 ओवर बचे हुए हैं एंड 52 रन बच चुके हैं इसमें कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स को। एंड यहाँ पर बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है कि क्या रोमांच हमें आगे देखने को मिलता है। इंटरेस्टिंग मुकाबला यहाँ पर होगा, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग। एंड गाइस यार एवरीवन, दोस्तों फटाफट अभी के अभी सब लोग वीडियो को लाइक कर दे यार, एक साथ सभी के सभी। और यहाँ पर रियान जी आ चुके हैं गेंदबाजी करने के लिए, क्या बात लगता है आज जिस अंदाज में यहाँ पर राजस्थान रॉयल्स के कप्तान जिस तरीके से यहाँ पर लगभग अभी सभी गेंदबाजों से यहाँ पर लगातार गेंदबाजी का प्रदर्शन दिखाने के लिए दे रहे हैं, तो देखना बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है कि रियान के गेंद यहाँ पर किस तरीके से आज प्रदर्शन दिखाती है। हालांकि यहाँ पर राणा जी सामना करेंगे इनकी पहली गेंदों का। और यहाँ पर पहली गेंद यहाँ पर लॉन्ग ऑन की तरफ छक्के के साथ यहाँ पर शुरुआत किया नितेश राणा ने, खूबसूरत स्ट्रोक। और अक्सर हमने देखा है कि नितेश राणा आगे वाली गेंद का इंतजार करते हैं, लेकिन जिस तरीके से इस गेंद पे इन्होंने छक्का लगाया है, जिस अंदाज पे यहाँ पर जिन्होंने छक्का लगाया है, खूबसूरत स्ट्रोक, बिल्कुल फायदा उठाया इन्होंने। अच्छा फ्लो भी था, 87 मीटर दूर लंबा छक्का, बढ़िया शॉट। और यहाँ पर इस ओवर की दूसरी गेंद, इस बार गेंद को फाइन लेके तरफ पहुंचाया है। गेंद का बाहरी किनारा लगा था, यहाँ पर 4 रन बचाने में कामयाब रहे। और यहाँ पर जी हाँ 3 रनों के लिए दौड़ चुके हैं भैया, देखते हैं क्या होता है। जी हाँ 3 रन में हमें कामयाब रहे। जिस अंदाज में यहाँ पर नितेश राणा ने 1 छक्का लगाया और यहाँ पर 3 रन जिस तरीके से चुराई है रियान पराग के गेंदों पे, जबरदस्त। और यहाँ पर राजस्थान रॉयल्स पिछले 2 मुकाबले में जीत हासिल करके आ रही है। हाँ जानते हैं, जी हाँ क्या बात है दोस्तों। और हमारे दर्शक यहाँ पर लगता है भारत के सभी कोने से यहाँ पर मौजूद है, चाहे आसाम हो, भोपाल हो, चंडीगढ़ हो, क्या बात है। थैंक यू सो मच दोस्तों। आप कहाँ से मौजूद है फटाफट कमेंट करके बताइए। और यहाँ पर इस ओवर की तीसरी गेंद, हाँ थर्ड मैन की तरफ हल्के गेंद को पहुंचाया, केवल 1 रन मिलेंगे। और जिस अंदाज में यहाँ पर इस ओवर की पहले 3 गेंदों में इस वक्त यहाँ पर 10 रन मिले हैं कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स को, तो एक यहाँ पर बहुत ही अच्छी बल्लेबाजी के प्रदर्शन कहेंगे यहाँ पर इस वक्त। अब देखना बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है कि इस ओवर के आखिरी 3 गेंदों में हमें क्या देखने को मिलता है। हालांकि रियान पराग अब तक 10 मैचेस में गेंदबाजी किए हैं एंड 2 विकेट यहाँ पर चटकाए हैं पूरे आईपीएल के करियर में, आसाम के खिलाड़ी यहाँ पर। और यहाँ पर इस बार गेंद को थर्ड मैन बाउंड्री की तरफ पहुंचाया है, लेकिन वहां पर टॉम करन मौजूद है, केवल 1 रन मिलेगा। लगातार कोशिश यहाँ पर शुभम गिल और राणा जी कर रहे स्ट्रोक लगाने की, लेकिन